Okay, so Module 49 is all about persistent organic pollutants, or those are abbreviated as POPs, bioaccumulation, and biomagnification. So right from the beginning, they talk about persistent chemicals. So understanding what persistence is when we're speaking about chemicals. And then understanding this chart because it sort of summarizes the persistence of various chemicals in the environment. You do not need to memorize it, but you should be familiar with some of these and sort of know what these things do and then how long, like what is their half-life. When we're talking about persistence, just like we do with radioactive waste, when we talk about half-life, we do the same thing with these chemicals. Moving along, you'll see that they talk about those POPs, those persistent organic pollutants. So make sure you understand what that is. And then this is a really good math example that we could use for Unit 7. Okay, moving along, we've got figure 49.1, and it talks about dredging PCBs from the Hudson River. This is just something, I would read through this, and then they also talk about this in this reading, so read through that. That would be another good case study for when they're talking about environmental cleanup, how to get rid of some of these chemicals. So make sure you read through that and that you maybe even jot that down in your case study list. And then this is a key point. The concentrations of chemicals experienced by organisms depends on the route of exposure and the solubility. So as you're reading, make sure that you pay attention to this information here. And then this last section is a really important section because it goes even further and talks about both the bioaccumulation and biomagnification. So make sure you understand the difference between the two and what those both mean. Okay, and then that's it for Module 49. So next time we'll talk about solid waste disposal.